So good afternoon, ma'am. I am Farchim Edpan from Base Criminology 2B, and today I am going to discuss about the different types or different forms of transnational crimes. Namely, first is the money laundering, second is the human trafficking, third is the drug trafficking, fourth cybercrime, and the last one is the terrorism. So to start off, let me first discuss what is transnational crime. So when we say transnational crime, it is a crime that takes place into a various of countries, not just a single country. It is a type of crime that could possibly affect the various of countries and especially its people. So to start off, let us first discuss about what is money laundering. So by the definition itself, it says that money laundering is an illegal process of making large amounts of money generated by criminal activity such as drug trafficking or terrorist funding appears to have come from a legitimate source. So when we say money laundering, it is an illegal activity or illegal movement of money, and that makes large amounts of money generated by criminal activities such as drug trafficking or terrorist fundings appears to have come from a legitimate source. So, the money obtained from the criminal activity is considered dirty. Yes, it is expected na dirty siya because it is obtained from criminal activities. And the process launders it to look clean. So, to visualize what is money laundering, it is cleaning illegal illegal money, and ito ay parang papapaikot ng pera to look it clean. So, how do money laundering works? So, money laundering is essential for criminal organizations that is usually obtained money. So, if we are to explain what is money laundering, it is an activity that launders money. So, when we say launders, kung Tagalog pa siya, it means like buhugas or cleaning a legal money by doing such activity and following such stages. So, we are going to discuss how do money laundering works. So, money laundering typically involves 3 steps or 3 stages that is combined or repeated. So, first is the placement. So, when we say placement, it injects the dirty money into the legitimate financial system. So, when we say placement, it is the time when the criminal or the one who commits money laundering is obtaining money from criminal activities, which is like drug trafficking or gambling or in playing the casino, and the money that is being obtained from those criminal activities, the one who commits it or the criminal, when we say criminal, it is a stage wherein the one who commit the money laundering is obtaining the monies from the criminal activities and putting it into investment, or it serves as his first step in laundering money, wherein he's planning na the money that he obtained will be processed cleanly. So, and the second one is the layering. When we say layering, it conceals the source of the money through a series of transaction and bookkeeping tricks. So, in the stage of layering, it is a time when ang kwarta is, it is the time when the money is being or to say na it is the time when the money is pinapaikot or being played, or the money is. So the third one is the integration. When we say integration, it is the laundered money is disbursed from the legitimate account. So, pagkaman ugdo-duwa sa kwarta or pag-distribute from the investments, transactions, from people to people, or from different activities nga nahitabo, in this stage of integration, the money is mapabalik sa tinuod nga criminal or tinuod nga tao nga the one who commits the criminal activity or the one who obtained the illegal money and mapabalik na niya ang kwarta. So, in these three steps or stages of money laundering, the money that is illegally obtained will be legal in the eyes of the people or malegalize na siya even though it is illegal jud, but and the purpose of money laundering is making it convince people that the money is legal in the first place without considering the fact that the money is illegal in the first place. So, from the word itself, launder, it is paghuhugas ng maraming pera to make it legal. So, let us proceed from the second transnational crime. So, the second one is the drug trafficking. So, when we say drug trafficking, selling, providing, delivering, or otherwise distributing controlled substances is often known as trafficking. So when we say drug trafficking, it is obviously the subject is drugs and drugs paraphernalia. So when we say drug trafficking, it is the also a illegal movement of drugs, not just in a single country, but a country from another country to another country. So when we say drug trafficking, it is obviously illegal because drugs is illegal in the first place, and drug trafficking is selling, transporting, or importing illegal drugs. Another name for this crime is drug distribution. Drug distribution or trafficking is criminalized by both federal and state laws. Such laws penalize the selling, transportation, and illegal import of unlawful controlled substance. So, when we say drug trafficking, we all know that it is illegal job, and it is considered one of the transnational crimes because it affects not just a single country but a various of countries wherein ang pasa-pasa na transport from one countries to another countries. And from the word distribution, it is the illegal distribution of drugs into the different countries and to another countries. That is why it is considered one of the transnational crimes. So let us proceed to the third transnational crime, which is the human trafficking. So, what is human trafficking? When we say human trafficking, it is the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of people through force, fraud, or deception with the aim of exploiting them for profit. Men, women, and children of all ages and from all backgrounds can become victims of this crime, which occurs in every region of the world. So I know that human trafficking is quite familiar na for all of us because it is commonly a crime that is very serious na which is commonly tunitabo diri sa Pilipinas and also the various of countries, and it has no exemption, especially to considered with people like women, children, and the old ones. So when we say human trafficking, it is an act that shows the violation of the human rights, wherein people is affected, abused, or they don't have the rights or like deprived, and it is shown not just physically abuse or what else, but it can also be shown and or performed in the very serious ways, such as assault, sexually assault for women. And human trafficking involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some types of labor or commercial sex act. So there are different types of human trafficking and different forms nga na ma nga there are different forms na makita natin nga the the person is being abused in such different ways, such as for women, when we notice something is suspicious in our surroundings or in our school or in the in the public spaces such as the office or in the parks and everywhere, that we notice na kanang there is a suspicious na, or even not in our circumstances but also to the people, na makita natin na they are feeling uncomfortable, and we will people who have been trafficked may believe that they must work against their will, being able to leave their work environment, show signs that their and movements are being controlled, and feel that they cannot leave, show fear or anxiety. And especially this human trafficking, or commonly jud, it is commonly the target is the weak people, or especially those kanang wala sila strength na makipaglaban. There are different types of cybercrimes, including cyber extortion, or this crime involves an attack or threat or of an attack coupled with a demand for money to stop the attack. So when you say cyber extortion, it is some type of demanding for money to the use of internet, wherein there is a special person nga mo contact sa imo and demand for money to stop the attack, wherein one form of cyber extortion is a ransomware attack. Here, the attacker gains access to an organization's systems and encrypts its documents and files, anything of potential value, making the data inaccessible until a ransom is paid. So, it is some like a threat or demand of money in exchange or in condition para maka-access ka sa imong kaugalingong account. And there is also cryptojacking. This attack uses scripts to mine cryptocurrencies within the user's consent. So cryptojacking attacks can involve loading cryptocurrency mining software to the victim systems. And there is also identity theft. So I know that we are all familiar to identity theft, wherein your identity is being still by other user, or it is when an individual accesses a computer to steal a user's personal information, which is then used to steal that person's identity or access their valuable accounts such as banking and credit cards. So cyber criminals buy and sell identity information on darknet markets, offering financial accounts and other types of accounts such as video streaming services, webmail, video and audio streaming, online auctions, and more. And personal health information is another frequent target for identity theft. And so there also a exit scam. The dark web has given rise to the digital version of an old crime known as the exit crime. When we say um, scam, we know that it is um, it is an act na uh, in today's form, dark web administrators divert virtual currency held in marketplace escrow accounts to their own accounts, essentially criminals stealing from other criminals. And this is also phishing campaign help attackers infiltrate corporate network. Phishing includes sending fraudulent emails to users in an organization, enticing them to download malicious attachments or click malicious links that can spread the malware across the networks. So I know that most people is experience the attack of phishing wherein may mag-send og link and you you are demanded to click the link for a reward, but then it is a type of scam. And there's also well, actually there's a lot of forms of cyber crimes, and it is really a serious matter, and it is very um, it is it is considered as a growing problem in this generation because lagi we are in this technology driven generation wherein most of the people, most of us, especially the young ones, the young generation, has the access of the internet. And this is a serious matter, serious crime, because it could affect everyone's or the victim's health, mental health. It could cause depression, um, especially to those people that can't handle judgment or give them anxiety. This is why today we have this called Republic Act number 10175, or the cybercrime law that addresses this cyber crime. So let us proceed to the fifth transnational crime, which is the terrorism. So, terrorism is a crime committed with the intention of frightening the population or a specific group within the population. For an act to be regarded as a terrorist crime, it has to have the potential of harming a state, for example, and of inflicting a severe strain of on society. So when we say terrorism, by its definition, it says that it is the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in a pursuit of political aims. So there is some cases that there is a terrorism not just around one country but also one country to another country, wherein there is a misunderstanding, conflicts. So terrorism happens, and terrorism is some an unlawful act that is sometimes happen when there is when the people is contradicting the government or the higher higher position, higher officials, and terrorists use violence and threat of violence to influence the governments or an international government organization or to intimidate the public. They do this in pursuit of an political, religious, racial, or ideological causes. So, what are the causes of terrorism? Because it includes poverty, persecution, lack of human rights, oppression, occupation, and ideologies such as secular beliefs and religious and ethnic discrimination. So, terrorism mostly happen because of the conflicts of the races or the poverty statuses, and it is actually aims um, a fight between the civilians or the foreigners, or two parties that have the from different statuses, from different nation, who don't have the same opinion, and have contradictions in beliefs. And um, it is considered as the transnational crime, as one of the transnational crimes, because it affects the people in between the different sides, or the people, the innocent ones. And um, uh, when we say terrorism, it is a serious matter that happens not just a single country, but could also affect a conflict between one country's beliefs, or um one country's belief to another country. So that's all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the time, ma'am. For thank you for the time. And that would be all. And again, good afternoon. Thank you.